Welcome to Structural Analysis 2 video lecture. So in this lecture I am going to explain a brief account of matrix method of analysis, which can be considered as an introduction part. So in this, when we come to know why matrix method of analysis is important for solving the structural problems. There are many other methods that are used for solving the structural problems, whether the structures may be statically determinate or indeterminate. So before that, a matrix is nothing but it is a numerical way of it is a mathematical way which gives accurate results in a very less span of time and also in a systematic way. So for that reason, matrix method of analysis is considered to be a systematic method of approach. So here when we read out the first point, so generally in any system having single degree of freedom, so that means only the force moves in only one direction with only one element is there. So then the displacement can be expressed in terms of applied force. This is from Newton's law, and that displacement is nothing but d is equal to F into P. So where F is defined as the flexibility, so flexibility is nothing but it is the displacement per unit force. Students have to remember this thing. Next, if the force can be expressed in terms of the displacement d by the relationship, that is given as P is equal to K into d. That is given as P is equal to K into d. Here displacement is equal to F into P, where F is the flexibility. So here the force can be expressed in terms of displacement like this, that is P is equal to K into d, where K is called the stiffness. So stiffness is nothing but it is generally it is the resistive force per unit displacement, or here we can call it as it is the force per unit displacement. It is against the displacement. Okay, so this is regarding the flexibility and also stiffness. So by this a student can understand that flexibility is inverse of the stiffness. Yes, going to the next point. So this is for a single degree of freedom. Say only one load is applied and only one body is moving like that. So for a multiple structural systems with multiple degrees of freedom, the displacements and forces can be expressed in the same manner. D is equal to F into P and P is equal to K into D we have. So in the same manner, this for multiple things, this can be expressed in terms of matrices. This brackets denotes matrices. Fine. So displacement matrix is equal to flexibility matrix into load matrix. Here load matrix is equal to stiffness matrix into displacement matrix. Fine. Next. So matrices D and P represent the displacement and the forces respectively. So matrices, here we have matrix D here and P. So these are the displacement matrix and the force matrix. Fine. Next, coming to the next point. The coefficients of the flexibility matrix are the displacements per unit force, and whereas for stiffness matrix they are the force per unit displacement. So again it is clear that the flexibility matrix and the stiffness matrix are opposite to each other. This is displacement per force, and for stiffness matrix it is force per displacement. Next, these two natures of force displacement relationship represented by equations 1 and 2 give rise to two main methods. So there are two main methods, that is matrix method. We have two methods, that is first one is flexibility method and the second one is stiffness method. So these are the two important methods that everyone must be aware of in matrix method of analysis. So let us have a contrast of flexibility and stiffness method here. So in this method, forces are treated as unknowns. So this method is called as a force method. So for every method we have different names. So this method, what we are going to find ultimately is the force, that force which is acting on any type of structure. Okay, that will be the output. So we are finding forces by using this method. So this method is called as a force method, right? Next, this method is also called as a compatibility method. Why? Because the compatibility of redundant forces is utilized to solve the matrix equations. So for an indeterminate structure, we need, apart from the equilibrium equations, we also need the compatibility equations or the compatibility conditions. So for redundant forces, the compatibility is taken in flexibility method. So that method is also called as a compatibility method, as said in the second statement. Next, coming to the last point, this method is applicable to statically indeterminate and also determinate structures. So this is well known to everyone. And coming to stiffness method, the analysis of forces and displacement based on equation 2 is called as stiffness method. So this is equation 2 which is written in the first page. So here P is equal to K into D. So matrix of P is equal to matrix, the multiplication of matrices K into D. So a small knowledge on matrix multiplication is necessary for finding solving the problems on matrix method. And next we have stiffness method. So the analysis for equation 2 is called as a stiffness method. And in this method, the independent displacements are treated as unknowns. So we know that here we are going to find the displacement, because it is related to a stiffness method. It is nothing but it is against the deflection or displacement. So for that reason we need to find displacement components. So they are treated as unknowns here. So for that reason it is called as a displacement method. And this method is also known as equilibrium method. So why we are calling this method as equilibrium method? That means this stiffness method will consider the equilibrium equations apart from compatibility equations. So for that reason stiffness method is also called as equilibrium method. So while solving the problems, you can understand why the names of this displacement, equilibrium is given for stiffness method, and also for flexibility method, force method and compatibility method is also given. So while solving the problems, one can understand why the names like this are given to these methods. Next, the most important is system approach. So we have two types of approach, that is system approach and control approach. Right. So according to our syllabus we have system approach. So this can be asked as a short answer. So coming to that, a flexibility or the stiffness matrix that has to be developed in an informal manner by considering the entire structure and determining either the displacement due to unit forces or the forces due to unit displacement. So there is an informal manner. In an informal manner, one can develop a matrix directly, either for flexibility, it may be a flexibility matrix, or it may be a stiffness matrix. So one has to develop a matrix, so it is in an informal manner. So just it is developed in a systematic way and not having some ethics, and it is followed in an informal manner, and uh, not like informal is not very bad, but informal in the sense it is not opposite to the original way of that, but it is following the system. Okay, what type of system? It follows the loads that are acting on the structure, right? So system is nothing but it is the thing which is uh, followed by the structure, the loads which are followed by the structure, and accordingly we will be writing the matrices here, right? So that is called as a system approach. So whatever we find, that is using system approach. And the last point is, we have, so why as the matrix operations are carried out in a systematic manner, so that system approach can be a word related to this systematic. Fine, a systematic informal manner, right? So if it is in a systematic manner, the matrix approach is called as systematic analysis of structures. So this is what a small briefing on flexibility and stiffness method of matrices. So thank you for listening to this video. I'm signing off.